Welcome back, Guardians. Okay, so yesterday I went on about how I was going to try to play my account as a true free-to-play player without having to actually rewrite my account. Um, I'm not going to do anything nutty like that because it's a lot of effort to get your character's abilities leveled up. Now, I don't use, I don't have Prismatic, and I don't really use Strand or Stasis. So I'm going to stick to the three originals. That's going to be Solar, Arc, and Void. And according to a website here called IGN, apparently the Prophecy Dungeon, the Vault of Glass, King Falls, and Dares to Eternity are all accessible to free to play players. So, more or less, the things I have, apart from the crafteds, and this is an Augie's Bird, and I don't think this is available anymore to anybody unless you've had previous exposure to it. So what I'm going to do for a challenge, for a free to play challenge, is I'm going to do my usual gunsmith bounties. Of course, it's a little bit early for me right now. I've got about 45 minutes. But whatever he puts here in the block, I'm pretty sure I have enough materials to buy whatever it is over here. So if what he wants calibrated is not available here, I'm not going to do it. And I am just going to be playing the same way I have been playing. I am also going to go ahead and pick up some low level leveling gear. Do that right now. So if you avoid this, I mean, because the seasonal event armor is available to you. Um, so there's not like anything here like in ESO where it talks about DLC stuff. So let's pick something that doesn't look too gribbly. I like this. It's got some shitty stats on it though, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and pull, the usual rare, common, uncommon armor shtick. This is like a challenge is what you make of it in a game. It's kind of like actually, a hood's a hood. Doesn't really make a difference. Whoops. So let's do. I like the lower profile of just the cap. And let's see. Weapons wise, I'm going to need some kinetics because I'm not going to play with any exotics. So let's see. Who do I have here? I think the seventh. Okay, well, I can only take out stuff. All right, well, we're going to have to wait till 10 o'clock for me to do this because that'll be done on Banshee's little dime. So let's go ahead and equip. This is going to be so silly looking. There we are. All right, and then let's see. Well, no, I mean, I'm going to pull out one thing from my collection. Let's go pull out. Oops, not armor, it's weapons. Let's do. Don't have to worry about hand cannons anymore because I'm not playing with the Lucky Pants unless I get them. Let's see, auto rifles. I want a 600. I should have available one. There's a 600. Scathe is not bad. That's actually an EDZ weapon. All right, so there's my kinetic. Let's do a. Uh, don't have sidearm. Man, I have very little item. Very few items. It just shows you just how little I actually play beyond the basics. Um, so I think there's lots of good. There's lots of good in basics. Uh, okay. Let's do. Let's see. A scout rifle. Let's try and see if we can find an energy-based scout rifle that I can pull out. Let's see. 200. The Pleiades. Oh wait. There was one that you could chase with the vendors. I can always do one of these. Oh, I can always do this too. All these guys are available. Yeah, 200 is pretty nice. Explosive payloads, okay, but I want something a little bit better. Um, Zen moment. That's kind of ridiculous because you can actually default that on your controller settings. Um, there we go. Dragonfly. That's a 180. Oh, there's a 260. Black Tiger. That's a Vice. That thing shoots like a freaking. Wait, what's the difference between these two? There's not any real difference between these two. Huh. Okay, so we'll do a scout rifle. So we'll do an auto rifle and a scout rifle. That's an arc. I want solar. Can I do something over here? That's explosive payload. Well, actually, no, because I'm going to disable all of my perks too. All right, and then a heavy weapon. Yeah, definitely going to go for a sword. Let's see. I think the negative. Actually, let's go back over here. Let's play this right. Do rare or uncommon. Let's see. I think future imperfect, rest for the wicked. Well, this is just temporary. All right, let's see what we got. So I got a legendary Scathelog. Granted myself that one thing. Um, let's do a chunky ghost too, just for the fun of it. All the way down here. We'll do the last city shell. I don't think anybody has access to that beyond Eververse. Ships don't mean anything. This is just so I don't have to go ahead and refarb all that. Let's go back in and let's actually get a common uh, auto rifle. Actually, no. If I got a scout rifle, let's do a hand cannon instead. Let us do a hand cannon. Let us go out into the city. Headstrong. I'm only going to go up to rares because you will be getting rares when you get to the city. Nothing here is on a 200. I mean, 180. I like 180s. I don't like these slow, something new. Yay. All right, so maybe not hand cannon. Let's see pulse rifle. Pulse rifles are kind of mid. Oh, lost and found. It's a 540. That's actually pretty good, believe it or not. The Caesarius. Nantine Narker. I think that's something you can get from Devrim. Oh, you know what? That's something else I could do. I could just buy guns from from the planetary vendors. Whoops. All right, so we'll do that. All right, then get rid of this. All right, everything else is going in the bank. This is going to be fun. So kind of running a little bit like a Nuzlocke. Uh, you've heard me mention it before. It's basically you only play with whatever you get off of activities. Uh, so no Zer purchases or anything like that. No focused engrams or anything like that. It's just wild pickups in the off the ground. You know, like when you're playing an activity and an engram falls on the ground, that's what you're doing. So let's go see how bad this all plays. We could do Dares to Eternity. Do I have enough power level for that? Yeah, because Dares to Eternity is active. Let me check something real quick. All right, we're gonna so activity power cap reached. Yeah, because everyone's gonna be rubber banded up there. They say standard, but there's an expert version here. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Oh, I almost forgot. Once this launches, we'll be more efficient this way. I got to take all this stuff off. 'Cause I'm going to assume I don't. I already. By the way, I already have this preset saved, so we don't have to worry about it. I have to assume we're pretty much a new light. I believe the first grenades you get are skips, knife trick, uh, acrobat's dodge. We're gonna do gambler's dodge, and then I'm pretty sure you get golden gun when you first start, but that doesn't matter because you can unlock all this really quickly. So yeah, if you head out to the IGN, and the title of the article is "Here's everything that's free to play in Destiny 2 after Lightfall," which is kind of what's going to be the current era. Surprisingly, I'm not a real big fan of IGN's writing. Their staff is does not spell check or grammar check. That I mean, with all the AI out there and Grammarly, which was one of the first commercial AI author programs that I'm aware of. It's incredible that they're not utilizing it enough. I mean, it's pretty obvious how old I sound that I grew up in a time when, you had a dictionary and a thesaurus, and that's all you needed. And then eventually there was autocorrect on your phones, but you couldn't really trust that. I mean, I did a text message and I went from wishing one of my kids a good day and having a good time to encouraging them to go out and buy hookahs. uh, Silly shit. And of course, early social media is just chock full of memes where people are talking about camel shows and stuff, and that's not what they really meant. It was like, what the hell's in your phone? Well, see, that's the thing about early autocorrect was all about you creating your own dictionary. So if there was something you typed in the the not the phone, but necessarily the word processing software was like, you sure you want this? And then you'd be like, yeah, I want this. So, and you get, in the early days, any foibles that you created were pretty much, you had to own. Um, but now it's like AI's stuck into everything. You know, it's like microplastics in your body. It's there and it's never going away. All right, here we go. Let's see how much of a doofus I make of myself. Just raw abilities, raw weapons. This is going to be a chuckle or two. Oh, well, I'm actually doing some pretty respectable things. I'm getting some good team. It's a team game, though, so. Nice. Sembo was working out pretty nice. So it's basically what I want to try to illustrate is that you don't have to buy in, that $300 price tag in Canadian funny dollars or $250 US. You don't have to dump that much change on this game. Um, I personally don't recommend it anyway. Not until you truly start to figure out what it is you want from the game. Uh, I wanted to play with friends. I wanted something that could take the place of a skirmish war game that I would play on the tabletop at a shop when I couldn't get to the shop. I wanted something to take the place of, you know, some kind of outdoor activity like laser tag or something. That's what I wanted. I wanted something I could play with groups that was partly competitive, but mostly cooperative. I love the cooperative aspect of this game. Uh, I'm not too big into the whole, you know, me first, me on top kind of attitude that became so prevalent during the Crucible days, and it kind of still seems to be a little bit, right there because of all the flexing that goes on. I don't know. It's like I said. It's something you can play this game without having to break your dollars on it. Are we done here? Yeah, we completed this already. Oh no, no, defuse the fallen mines. What's this guy running? I don't have my. Yay! Let's get up and out of here. Where's the fallen mines? Oh, there they are. So yeah, super excited that Dares to Eternity is available free to play. Now I know a lot of people were like, "Well, when I first started doing it, it was you had to pay for it, blah blah blah, whatever." Um, you know, but that's the way almost everything is, and especially when it comes to a hobby. 'Cause that's what this game is. It's a hobby. Some people out there got fortunate enough to turn it into a slight business for themselves, and that's fantastic. But it's kind of, I see, I go out to itch.io, which started off as a platform for web-based video gaming. And, whoopsie. Okay. So basically, the way it works on itch.io is that creators, content creators, have the I pick up the sports cannon immediately wants to throw me in the air. Very fun. What are you doing? Okay. Don't broman this. Actually, we got 97 rounds. Let's broman it. Um, so content creators have a choice to either list as a free to download or pay what you want, or they can put like, this is the price I want to have it, and then they're given a second choice of community copies, um, where players can claim up to a certain number of copies. There's a certain number of the copies of the game that are out there for free, based upon what the sales are. And that's the mechanic, is that the more people that actually pay into the creator's effort, the more that that creator is able to provide for those people who want to try the game and don't really have the money to do it. And that's what the whole model of free to play really is. It's about getting people into the game to play it. You get like, the samples basically. And then if you really enjoy what you're doing and you find out that, hey, I really want to do this particular story arc, because they all are different story arcs, then you go off and you spend your money on it. Like right now, I've deinstalled Elder Scrolls Online because there's pretty much nothing on the game that I actually want to play. Saved it. So why would I want to camp close to 200 gigs, on my console space just to say I have it? I mean, it does take almost a full day to download the game again, but I mean, really, pay attention to the news. I can plan ahead. That kind of situation. Um, I play Lego Fortnite and Zero Build matches. I play them once every other day or something like that. So, but Lego Fortnite doesn't take up a lot of space on the console. Now, Destiny does take up a lot of space on the console because I do have expansions that I paid for. But if I was playing free to play, I'm sure the footprint would be so much lighter than that. Um, that's another reason why there's a lot of people out there who are like, well, do I go whole hog or not? You don't need to go whole hog. Just, if you're curious about the game, it is fun to play. Yes, it is way better to play with people, with friends, in conversations, joking around and, having like that banter and things is kind of neat. Make sure you're with people that you are friends with already, although it is nice to make friends in the game. But, and don't put up with abuse just for the sake of saying that you have a friend, especially if they are lo-fi toxic. Toxic is toxic, doesn't fucking matter how they do it. If they're judging you for not, buying an expansion, or if they constantly, ragging on your choices for weapons, or uh, the fact that you're, you know, constantly hiding off the back, trying not to die, you know, whatever. You don't need to play with those people. There's too many. There's a lot of people playing Destiny already. You don't need to play with those people. And of course, also there is the opportunity to just rando into everything like I've been doing, and it's enjoyable. It's not peak, but it is enjoyable, and that's all you want. I was just looking for 15 minutes of something other than. Okay, so we keep spawning up there, but we're launching down here. Okay, so common sword, a rare sword plays just as well as a legendary sword, practically. Oh, cool, we got this part. Okay, I do hope we get the Cabal though. All right, now we got Big Bad. Got to be a little bit more timed here, Bo. Cabal, 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 come on. We're gonna get Hive. Fucking Vex. Uh, it's not a struggle, but it's a butthole of a mini course. Okay, we're just gonna wait for everybody to go do their thing, because come on. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, buddy. Star Horse. Ooh, wait. Okay, now see, this is a much better. Okay, I don't need that. So get rid of that power up, please. Thank you. Just want. Oh, come on. Gotta wait. There we go. I need this as an art reference, dude. Seriously, it's like that, man. You just wait for it. It's just timing. And it doesn't matter anyway. Yay! Good times. Now there is a secret space that you can get up here. Oop, there we go. This puts you just behind the force fields, but you got to be careful because you'll also be a target to everything else. So you get zero cover up here, but you can do all kinds of fancy things like this. Yeah, I can't take credit for that. Oh, here we go. And if you don't want to take a jump up there, you can hide down back here. So you see, it's like you totally not get. Basically, you're trying to avoid the detainment shell so you can have more uptime for your damage. That's really only three things you got to worry about in this game when you're playing, in any activity you do. Maintaining your uptime, so that's sustainability. Maintaining your ammo, that's supply. And then, of course, uh, supporting your friends, your teammates, so that they have the same opportunities to do that as well. And if you pick a wing, whether you're rando or you're working as an actual constructed fire team, um, if you pick a wingman, then you got to stay there. You got to stay with that person as much as you can, and then just apply pressure where you see the team needs it the most. That's it. And if you can't do any of that, or you don't feel like doing any of that, then I guess Rumble is going to be your playlist, or Mayhem. Mayhem's good for that too, because you don't need to do any kind of help whatsoever. You can just get in there and just wreck. And that's what it's all about. It's like the cheat day, your workout routine. This guy should be dead in a few seconds. Let's see what kind of loot we get. Neat. It might have gotten a bonus round. No, no bonus rounds. Okay. So yeah, if you happen to be one of those individuals like, what? I just paid for that a week ago, and now it's free. You know, I'm sorry. talk to the talk to the shop. Maybe they'll give you a refund, or throw you some extra bonuses or something like that. But that's the thing. That's what it comes to. That's what happens when you have a live service. When you have a subscription based game, or you have a game that has constant updates. So you're gonna you just got to deal with that. And it's just what's going to be. And Try not to try not to be too angry uh, about being too impatient or not waiting long enough. And that's kind of really what I'm playing is I'm playing a waiting game of my own. I waited out for Final Shape. I mean, Lightfall. Is it Lightfall? What did I say? I had that. Here we go. I waited out until Lightfall. Yeah, went on sale for $40. Now, will Final Shape go on sale? I'm guessing watch around November. Start watching things around November because this kind of just showed up. No fanfare or anything else that I can recall, and I just happened to be on the PlayStation 5's splash page, news page, and it says, "Oh my God, Final Shape's up for sale," so I'm gonna get it. Yeah, 30th anniversary is free now. It is, and I think that's a great thing. I mean, because you should have access to that content just to get into the game and start playing. I mean, eventually we're all going to spend something, because, especially if you like the game. But that's the point: is getting people to understand that this is a game for anyone and for everyone. But you need to decide whether you're going to be one of those highly invested players or like myself who just comes in here for a 15-20 minute run every morning or evening and then goes on about the rest of the day. That's the only reason why I did stop buying the full package was, I realized I wasn't playing the game as much as I used to. I wasn't into chasing the gear that I thought I needed because I played enough of this game that I understood what I wanted out of my gear, that's weapons and armor, and what I wanted out of my character's abilities. And Strand and Stasis doesn't really fit in that model. So I waited until, Lightfall went on sale and I bought it then. If Final Shape goes on sale, I'll probably buy that there, and then I'll go and explore the Pale Heart, and play some of the content there, and maybe unlock Prismatic. I might actually find that I really enjoy Prismatic, but I didn't see in the context of what I was doing right now out of the game, or what I wanted out of the game. I didn't see the value in dumping $150 just to go ahead and find out a month later I hate it. You get old enough or you put yourself into enough experiences that you learn that limit. Yes. Well, that's true. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I bought full on physical collector's editions of all the content from Destiny 1 on up. I mean, I've still got the Dingle Ghost in that really weird ass, have no real place to store it kind of box. Um, I think the last physical I bought was the last physical I bought. Oh, we have to go to timelines for that, I think, actually. Uh, I did not. I got the Forsaken. That was my last physical that I actually bought. The Beyond Light and the Witch Queen, and obviously, Lightfall. Those were all just digital. D1 is still out there, from what I understand. You can still play it. It still downloads. I think it's actually free to play as well. Um, I think Destiny 2 is a better game than D1. There's a lot of romanticism that I put into Destiny 1, but that's because that was the first generation, and that's where I made the majority of my friends. Um, and that's where we broke the ground, and I started realizing what I wanted out of first person. Oh, it's $60, but still, I mean, that's cheap. Don't drink Starbucks for a month or a week, depending on how much coffee you drink. Um, I don't know. I say that's inexpensive. For what you get out of Destiny 1, that is actually a pretty good deal. That is a very good deal. Then again, we don't know. You might not want to do that because they may actually close it down. Yeah, well, I'm a work from home artist, so yay. um, we're both in that boat. Um, and that's again another reason too. Like I said, I mean, I'm spending more time, developing my art shop, so to speak, if you want to say that, and just basically, taking care of other things in my world. I don't really have the effective amount of time to validate $100 game. So, and it's not like It's really easy. If you've got a YouTube account, you can link your PlayStation tag to the YouTube account and then just start streaming right off of the PlayStation. I'm assuming you're on PlayStation. You can do it on Xbox and PC as well, but I think on PC you need to have a client like Twitch. Twitch is a really good one. Lots of people started on Twitch. I did my first streams on Twitch, but Twitch doesn't save unless you go and start paying a subscription. If you're playing on a console, you should be able to link your player account to a YouTube channel, and you have Twitch. Okay, there you go. Yeah, just load up and start streaming. It just pick a theme. PS5. There you go. Perfect. Like I said, mine is not monetized. These are really just journals, like travel logs in the game. They started. The whole thing for me started off with Destiny 1 and a challenge to do 70 hours, not contiguous, of course, obviously, but 70 hours worth of streaming on Twitch. And if you did that, you got an emblem called Can't Stop the Signal. And that's one of the two sore points I have about Destiny 1 transferring to Destiny 2 is that all of those achievements that we did in Destiny 1 have absolutely no imprint whatsoever on Destiny 2. And it's just a fucking emblem, dude. That's all it is. It's a cosmetic. But it marks that journey that we did. Yeah, that's a nice 280Z. Cool car. It's a good car. Um, but yeah, and I don't know. I don't know about the whole monetization thing when it comes to streaming. I know that YouTube sets it up where it happens automatically. I think one of the streamers that I follow confessed that they make a grand total of $15 a month on it. So your real money is going to be like in things like called super chats where people donate to to a Patreon or something like that or a PayPal. Um, you could always start with something like that. I mean, there's hundreds of hours of content out there that'll talk you through it much better than I could ever possibly even blunder into. But that's that. Anyway, on the note of getting other things done, I've already 30 minutes. I try to keep my videos under 20 minutes. Like I said, these are meant to be just quick ways to wake up the brain and get the inspirations going. But I want to say, if you're thinking about Destiny, you want to play, you want to have some fun. I mean, it's a good community. Yeah, you're always going to run into some brats, but be an adult about it. Um, it's worth trying out. It's worth trying out. It's worth having give yourself the chance. And just keep a little journal, keep a little notepad next to you when you're playing. What do you like about this particular game aspect or activity? I mean, do you see yourself playing more Vanguard Ops, Gambit, Crucible? Does Dare to Eternity's challenge modes, do it for you? Do you want to patrol the Cosmodrome, the Moon, the Esses, Streaming City? You don't got to worry about any of this stuff over here. This is all DLC related crap. I mean, the Moon's got DLC connected to it too, but and so does all of these guys. But the open patrol areas are where you can be. Find out what you want in the game. Find out how your playstyle runs, and then there are so many websites out there and so many channels that talk about what each of the expansions and drops have provided for players. Find out if you're somebody who's really into playing with exotics or you just want to shoot something real quick. So this build right here is just some random shit I pulled out of my collections just to try it out and see what I can do. And an ugly one too. But yeah, you could just have that. Oh, I totally forgot about my artifact. I need to reset that too. There we go. Now we're naked, more or less. Yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, yeah, I got the notification there. Uh, are you the one streaming on YouTube? I'm talking. Yeah, yeah, artist poet. I try to keep everything uh, under the same name as much as possible. I think on Xbox I'm artist poet gamer. No, on Reddit I'm artist poet gamer. So you can find me there if you want to, do like a group talk about the game itself and what I like about this particular thing or whatever. Um, I don't have an email yet for that character, for that avatar, but you can DM me on PlayStation, totally fine. Keep it game related, and I'll reply accordingly. But anyway, so I'm going to sign out. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out and watching it. Spread the news. No, I've been a hunter since Destiny 1. I'm a filthy hunter. I like to tease everybody that I play hunters because I'm into playing hard mode. I think that Titans are normal and Warlocks are easy. But I don't play a Warlock because I really kind of suck at the timing. But I see Warlocks do some amazing things. But I need to get out of here, get some chores done. Thanks for stopping by. And until next time, play well, be nice.